Hi all, I welcome you all to this amazing class of digital marketing where we are going to learn about the practical aspects and the practical discussions that are based on the analytics of 2024, 25 and past cases and the histories that leads to a brand at the top. So now let's get started with what basically is digital marketing. You have enrolled into a concept that is a high based skill that pays to a customer or a client or a member to any certain level if it is performed with the right aspects and the right leads. For example, if I take like there are certain photo shoot studios present back in 2010, 2012 that were earning good amount of money. But recently, what happened when the shift changed in the 2020 trend, everything went on the online aspect, and not much leads or the sales were coming as per their growth or as per their brand demands. So, what was the point lacking? It was digital marketing. Now, how do we understand what a concept digital marketing is? We all know that marketing means to promote a product or a service. Digital means to make it present digitally. So, suppose if there is a product, if there is this watch. So, if this watch is present in a store offline somewhere in some sort of city, are we going to think that I, as a customer living in Assam, would get to learn about that product that is based in Delhi? Not at all, right? This is why a brand does its marketing through digital modes, through digital means, through all of the platforms that are present on Google, Facebook, social medias, and everywhere. Now we are in sync with getting to concept of what digital marketing is. Now, why does a brand opt for this marketing, or what, how all it started for? For example, when we were back in 2010 or 2000 era, what happened that brand was scaling out their own products based on physical needs. Suppose they were doing the physical marketing, the offline marketing basically. This is the old strategies, right? They would be putting the big hoverboards or big banners on the metros or putting out other places that are more popular, right? They would be doing the offline marketing, but when we come up with the concept of digital, what happens? It is completely based on the platform that is digitally. It is on Facebook, it is on social medias, it covers the internet aspects everywhere. Why is digital marketing really promote? So a brand basically comes up to this strategy because they want more reaches, more audience, more networkings, and more spread of their brand still covering all of the areas. That is how it happens. If you are promoting a product or if you are trying to sell out a product on an offline store, what is the demand? We come up to the end result is sales. We need some monetary transaction for that. But if we are promoting a particular product digitally, what are we looking for again in that? Promotions of sales or monetary transactions again. This is how it happens. Foreign that we are given a particular product or service and we have to promote it in a sense that yes, it reaches to all of the Indian levels customer. Or if there is a brand sitting in Andhra Pradesh, so they can handle a product or a mobile technology. For example, a brand is sitting in Bangalore and they are running a mobile technology customizations over there. Now they need to promote it to Delhi or some sort of area. So what will they do? They will try to promote it socially. And through social, they would use all of the means of Google, Facebook, Instagram, websites, profile linkings, backlinkings, classifieds or advertisements, certain sort of campaigns, everything will be utilized. And what does it all cover in? It covers in all of the aspect of digital marketing. Now coming back to the point, like why are we learning it? What is the major thing that we are going to grab out of this concept or this course? So digital marketing helps you know that yes, it is a very high skill paying job, and when you are well aware of all of the concepts that includes in it, be it websites, be it the advertisements, be it the SEO on page, off page, be it just the social marketing or social media platforms, or be it just any other concept, be it affiliate, WhatsApp marketing, email marketing, anything, if you have gone through all of this concept and you are a very well learned person in this, you can ultimately make your own brand, you can establish your own customized products, right? And you can sell out in the market. Okay, now we can see that if We learn from this, we can sell out in the market. There are multiple people who do not know the digital marketing concept, but they are still selling out. So, what is the difference between us and them? The part is we are different because we have knowledge of the analytics, customers, targets, and all of the audience needs that happen, right? We are not here just sitting idly and producing a product or manufacturing a product and just putting it in the market. At the end result, what happens, the people who are not aware, they end up hiring a client or an agency who does their own digital marketing. So you as a brand can learn and also earn. This is why we are teaching you through rocket genie. Now the part is, if one person is doing through offline modes, he's also spending there, he's also utilizing his time there, then how does it make any difference from the digital presence? The part is digital marketing happens through less amount consumptions, covers a wide range of audience. It is very flexible that a person can sit in any other part of state or internationally and can run ads through simultaneous categories, right? It is very easy to identify the interest, behavior, and the audience segmentations. It is very easy to track out the analytics and the records that what customer is better for the brand or what customer is being fruitful for the sales of that brand. Let me give you an example of LH luxury fashion. This is a very premium segment of kids wear that is trying to establish its market in the Indian industry. Now, what happens when it comes in the market? It has its costing starting from 7,000, 8,000 for just one shirt or cord set for a 3-year-old child. You can go through the website. What happens later on by the 2 month down phasing? They have reduced their sales. Like initially, it would take 6 months for a brand to establish a higher categorizing sale. But in this case, what happened? They have dropped down in the second month only because they have certain competitors like hopscotch, little tags, tiny tots, whatnot. They have other brands who are competing at just a cost of 699 or 1,000 rupee. Right? Why would someone jump into a premium segment brand that is newly launched? So now, when we record all of the analytics happening from the last 6 months for that brand again, they have changed their ideology, their USP, their strengths, everything. What happens now? They're ranking at certain level and bringing out sales. How did it all happen? They had a person hired for digital marketing, and now he's providing them proper analytics, proper customer base that your customer is not from Delhi, Gurgaon, Hyderabad. He's from Andhra Pradesh or he's from 7 states or something or somewhere. So there might be a person sitting back end who is letting them know that yes, you have to spend your time, your energy, your funds to a particular location that can be fruitful to that, unless it is just a burning money on the ads that everybody does. Let me give you one more example. There was a agency, a detective agency basically, India's top one. I won't name it, uh, might not be a good part of doing that. So what happens in professional life, they have been doing advertisements from a long period of time. They end up having zero sales or zero client base by 1 year. Why is it so? They are the premium industry. They are like detectives. They hire a top-notch detective for solving cases. The cases that you and me cannot just imagine somewhere could be happening. Like, let me be very honest with you. They were handling a top-level case related to even army also. So by the time, how did the client base even got reduced? Why are they not getting any cases or sales now? The point is, they were not funding the campaigns properly. They were not putting the brand awareness properly to the particular segment of audience that was providing them a lack in their boosting of impressions, tracking, records, and everything. Now, on the other part, we have certain brands with the higher values and higher productivities. Like we have Haldirams, right? We all know this brand. This brand is providing sales through offline and online both modes. We have Mama Earth. Again, it is providing sales through online majorly. There is no such store you might be having near you that see it is a product of Mama Earth and they're selling at a particular their own store. You might get at certain malls, stationaries, or grocery stores, but not at their own brand stalls. right? They are completely moved to the online phase. And yes, they are giving competition, a high competition to brands like Clinic Plus, Beer Shampoo, and Head and Shoulders, all of them. Why is it so? Because they are promoting through USP. What is a USP now? USP means unique selling proposition. Suppose if there is a product coming up that is telling you, ki, look, we are providing you the same shampoo that is everybody is providing. Right? This is just the backend that I'm telling of a company what it does. They're promoting the same components, same ingredients, same elements from everywhere, and they're also promoting the same aspect that other products or other brands do. But what is the difference? The other brands are not promoting about the safe lines or the guidelines or emotional connect with the client, right, with the customer. But Mama Earth, on the other hand, is promoting that if you purchase a product from us, we are going to plant a seed for you, right? In your name or your memories, we are going to plant a seed for you. Now ultimately what happens, a person connects. See, there are a lot of things happening and the earth needs a better promotional way to sustain and all of that thing. So what happens, it's somewhere or the other on the emotional phase will end up purchasing the product from Mama Earth instead of Head and Shoulders, even though Mama Earth might be lacking at one or two phases, but still they will go with the Mama Earth. Now why is it so? They will think that Mama Earth creates emotions and the content that they are expressing is very valuable. Right? Head and Shoulders might be doing one or two advertisements, but through what modes? Through television modes, through radio modes, or through newspapers. They are using the offline presence more nowadays. But people who are shifting to the trend of 2023 that we check, to the trend of the online presence, they're having better sales, better connectivity with the audience. Now, when we all have studied about all of these brands, we have come about all of these examples that are going on. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is that digital marketing is the only way in Asian market or any market to sustain for a brand. And if a brand promotes a product, like for Asian market, we see multiple brands coming up every day. There is not just one brand that is running, there are multiple brands every day running up, coming up and promoting themselves. But they are not very stagnant in the market. They are not very secular to their ideas. So what happens? They are coming to digital marketing. When they come, they expect that this person in general will increase our sales, our visibilities, impressions, increase our brand awareness. Right? These are the major aspects. So this is why we are here doing the digital marketing. Now coming up to the part where Indian market exists. We are in Asian market. Asian market is only considered about the sale aspect. They do not have any concern that you are providing their social media clicks or that you are making their photos strategies or your any analytics strategies. They are not even bothered about it. So what happens? They end up putting up only stress on the sales. Down to the line, if you join a brand and it has like 1 or 3 years or 4 months done with the workings of social medias on the top priority, they end up letting you know that, oh, please, XYZ person, we need you to bring sales now. We need you to promote our sales. Sell out of products to this kind of customers. So this is the mentality of Asian market. And if you are not existing with this trend that the market needs more sales and you are not well aware with the strategies that how you're going to do that, that is a loss to you, to your time, to your resources, and to the time of that brand. They will not acknowledge you no matter what. There are multiple things coming up, and with the experience of past 15 years, let me be very frank to you. If you are not well aware with the trends, it is really difficult to cope with. Only if you do not have mercy, right? So, for the Asian market, we use channels like social medias for Instagram, Facebook, that is called Meta. We use campings, that is again a part of Meta. We have Meta campings running from Meta Business Suite. We have Google Ads and the Google platform for brand awareness and certain kinds of display advertisements. We have LinkedIn. In LinkedIn also we promote our brand through campaigns and other strategies. Right? There are multiple other parts also. For example, if we have many websites that promote the profile creations, classifies, SMOs, SEOs, and all of that analytics we have, so we can register our brand to multiple levels. And what this happens, it helps us in promoting the awareness of that brand. Suppose if there is a brand coming up with the name of hula hoop. Okay. Now, what happens if I am sitting here with an idea to generate this brand? No other customer in the XYZ market or state would have an idea that this person is actually promoting or providing this brand with such a fast, effective growth or fast, effective results or whatever I'm providing, or a very smooth, bakery store like I'm trying to open, or somewhere, whatever idea. No person will have an idea about that. How am I going to provide awareness for it? It is simply through the means that I'm trying to promote my website at first. I'm trying to have proper analysis of my website with help of on page, off page, SEO, backlinking, and multiple aspects running on it. It is itself a complete tree. Right? Every step is a complete tree in itself. If you're not aware of the branches, how are you going to perform? Third step is, if I grow to a level after one or two, I'm going to produce the campaigns. Campaigns helps us in promoting to the audience or the targets with the help of bid rates. Now this is again a very technical term we'll be learning ahead in our modules and the courses, not to worry about. Okay, so the next part is the mobiles. Now, when a customer pulls up a product is visible through mobile also, the product is visible also through the website or like the desktop part. Users generally use the mobile version to an 80% of extent, and instead of the desktop version, they use up to the just 20%. So, if I'm producing or designing something, what should be the idea behind it? It should be the promotional of mobile applications, in a sense that it is very feasible to a person who is applying through mobile or searching through mobile in a larger phase, right? We cannot ignore the audience in minimalistic segment or the minimizing segment also. If there is a product that I have to list out in my website, there are two phases. One is the mobile version and second is the desktop version. In both of the versions, what happens? We have a creative. Creative means a image or a product image or any segment that helps in producing a picture basically. A very attractive picture. A hookup picture we call it. Now, what does this picture do? This picture is aligned in different pixels. Pixels is a size that we measure, right? We have inches, we have centimeters. So, pixel is a size that we evaluate the website dealings into. Suppose if I'm creating a banner on website, what would be its pixel? 1080 by 600. On desktop, it would be 350 by 200. So, these are the size, right? And if we identify that customers are using what morely for what brands, like for fashion, people use mobile applications more. For presentations or for business means they use laptops more, right? So we need to identify certain categories and their usage. According to that, only we have certain plans applying for that brand. Not A plan is applicable to all of the brands existing. Not B plan is applicable to all of the brands that are existing. Every brand has their own executive, customized plans. And who provides it? The digital marketing person. Now we come next to the part like what is the traffic analysis? Like how are we going to identify like what customer comes through what modes, and how are we going to get assured कि yes, this is the part that I have to perform. So all these specifications are